Now my gardening journey is to help gardeners and farmers to grow their vegetables nicely and healthy. So what I'm trying to do for this type of a video is to show you that you can grow your vegetables in any form of a container. Now what I use in my garden on regular day basis is recycled container materials. Now you can also utilize them too, as long as they are not decaying materials. But you can also grow your vegetables inside maize meal sacks. Now what I'm going to do right now is to show you how I grow my vegetables and progress them healthy. Now growing your vegetables is very easy. Now look at what I did right here. I utilized the rear end of a computer monitor. Now this type of a monitor is old school, so what I did is to make sure that I remove the front end of the computer monitor and wash this rear end thoroughly to remove any acidic substance, to make sure that my soil do not turn acidic. So what I do for this container is to make sure that I water it 2 or 3 times a week and turn my soil 3 times a month. To make sure that I grow my vegetables very healthy, I also utilize liquid fertilizers. You can also check in my previous videos. So you can also try this type of a container right here. Now in here I have my mint and I have my parsley. So I also do try out companion planting, because I only grow vegetables that do not produce much roots inside of this type of containers. So you can also try this too. These onions are spring onions. So growing your onions in this type of a small container is very easy, as long as your onions are non-bulbous. As you can see here, we have many types of onions that can grow in this container, but to save your space, make sure that you grow non-bulbous onions like spring onions. Now as you can take a look at my previous video, I show how I planted my onions about 3 months ago, and you can also do this too. Now this type of a container right here, it was a 5 liter or 20 liter container, the one that we used to carry water with it. You know how to prepare your soil and fertilize your vegetables. Okay, right here we have maize sacks, and I'm growing my Swiss chard spinach. So growing with maize sacks, you need to exchange them after 2 years, because they decay over time because of the sun and water. Okay, so for growing your vegetables inside this type of a container right here, you obviously need a plant that does not produce big roots, because if your plant produces big roots, all the roots are going to be coiled up inside of this type of a container right here. So now what I typically grow in this type of containers are, basically you can grow your strawberries, because they don't produce big roots. So I am going to plant my strawberry in here in future. Okay, right here we have a type of a container called styrofoam. Now this type of a container right here, what I do with it is to make sure that I bore holes underneath it to provide drainage for my soil, and to make sure that my soil doesn't become muddy. So what I do with my container is to make sure that I provide necessary nutrients for my soil. So on time basis I utilize grass, because grass is a decaying material. So you can also use grass as your decaying material for mulch, or you can also provide your soil with organic decaying material such as leaves or tree branches. Now in here I have a strawberry. Some of you might probably have seen it in my previous video, how I grow it. So my strawberry is growing healthy. You can also use your styrofoam type of a container, and make sure that you bore holes underneath it to provide drainage. Okay, so what we have here is a containment unit of a vacuum cleaner. So what I did with this type of a container was to make sure that I fill it with soil only. Now, growing your vegetables in this type of a container is very easy, and this container is easily movable, because as you can see right here, we still have wheels on it. Now if I need to move my vegetables around, I can easily roll them with this type of a container. Now you can also try this type of a container too. So as you can see, I am producing my seedlings in here. So in future I'm probably going to plant my tomatoes in here. Now as you can see, I'm utilizing any form of a container to grow my vegetables. Now you can grow your vegetables in this type of a container too. So make sure that you like and comment on my videos. Your support is much appreciated, and click on the subscription button. I will see you on the new video.